Hey, me and Matt here, and I'm Killer Kyle. Welcome to another episode of Wheels of Fury.
Of Wheels of Fury. There's Furies of 2 pay-per-views. I figure we'll do the other one either tonight or maybe tomorrow, who knows. I just thought maybe we could start doing this under Siege.
Yeah.
And the card looks pretty fucking stacked.
I know you had asked me if you were going to add more matches to the card.
Yeah.
But with the Go Home show being so close to the event itself, I don't see them adding more matches to the card so close to the pay-per-view.
And that's one thing I can always say about Impact is that they only have one show. Whereas you go to WWE, you got Raw, SmackDown. Well, that's basically it. So you never know when the match is going to creep up, I guess. So, I mean, yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, and like with them doing like solely Raw-based pay-per-view or solely SmackDown-based pay-per-view, you know, you can concentrate on the whole card.
Yeah.
If it's just Raw or just SmackDown, but when it's both sides of the main roster, Raw and SmackDown, doing a show like WrestleMania or, you know, WrestleMania Backlash or a combined pay-per-view of some kind.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta keep up with Raw and SmackDown to be able to know all the matches for the card and, you know, be able to give a proper analysis of each match, get into the predictions, and so on and so forth.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. So we've got the first match with the Bullet Club. We've got the Good Brothers and Kenny Omega versus Eddie Edwards and Finn Juice. Still can't get used to that name.
Finju sounds like a or not even a healthy, just a juice product or something.
Yeah. So, I mean, there it is. And I know that they had a good tag team match at Rebellion.
Right.
And, you know, they have Finn Juice going back to Japan and so on and so forth. And then, of course, you got Eddie Edwards. Eddie Edwards, as I've said, has been transforming himself through the years. And it's like, it's cool to see his hardcore roots, I guess. Boston Brawler, or whatever you want to call him, I don't know. And of course you got the Bullet Club. You got Kenny Omega, who is the Impact Champion, the AEW Champion, AAA Champion. For some reason they still have the TNA Championship. And then the Good Brothers, who have held numerous tag team titles all over the world. So I mean, I don't know about Mexico, but it'll be interesting to see what happens, you know. As for a winner, I really don't know. I mean,
it's one of those things where Eddie Edwards essentially stepped up to, like, be the one to defend Impact against the invaders, if you will.
Yeah.
Thing is, with a match coming up that we're going to be talking about in a little bit, I would say Eddie may be in the title picture later.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Maybe within the next month or two, or a few weeks at least.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I mean, he definitely could use it again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I think that would be pretty cool. I'm on the fence, really. Only because it'll be easy to say the Bullet Club. On the other hand, Eddie Edwards and Fringes are also very good as wrestlers, so I'm gonna say, I have no idea.
To me, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, do you keep the momentum going for Finn Juice, even though you got Eddie Edwards in the equation?
Yeah.
Or do you kind of, like, with Gallows getting the win last week on Impact, is that the start of the momentum going in the opposite direction? Or was that just like, okay, you got one on us, but, we're still the top dogs, if you will, and Eddie and Finn Juice will pick up the win and the pay-per-view? I don't know.
Right. Yeah, it would be hard to say, really. Alright, I have a rematch. We have, for the tag team titles, the Knockouts tag team titles, the team of the She-Beast, Jordan Grace, and Rachel Ellering versus Fire and Flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I can understand that, and I said that before, Fire and Flavor, they have a team name, they're very good in the ring, they've got personality, and so they were good Knockouts Tag Team Champions. On the other hand, you have a pedigree, if you will, of Rachel Ellering.
Right.
And then you got Jordan Grace. And I think that she definitely can hold her own in the ring as well. They both can.
Right.
And so, to me, it's like, okay, do you want Fire and Flavor to win back the titles? Or do you think that Rachel and Jordan should they keep the titles for a little bit longer and give them a chance?
I would say yes.
Yeah.
Keep the titles on Jordan and Rachel and give them a significant push. Yes, it was Rachel's, we can say, debut match.
Yes.
With Impact, and she got, a title. Nothing wrong with that. We've seen it happen before. But, don't have it be a fluke thing.
No.
Have it be a legit thing, and, keep the titles on Rachel and Jordan. Give them a good run.
Well, not only that, but give them more competition.
Yeah.
Fire and Flavor definitely a very good women's tag team. I'm sure there's more out there. There's a hell of a lot more in Impact than there is in WWE. for like women's tag teams, so I mean, yeah,
Well,
I mean, yeah, there's a little bit more now than there has been, but in Impact, you know, let's see what else is there. Honestly, I don't know who else can challenge them, because you have these women's tag teams, and you know, women can team up together, and it's a hard pick. It's a hard call. It's a good idea to have women's tag team titles, but and we've said this before, you need fucking competition. So.
well, it seemed to be that before they introduced the Knockouts titles back,
Yeah.
there were some significant tag teams, women's tag teams, being represented and highlighted.
Yeah.
But then, you know, they introduced the Knockouts titles again, and it's like, okay, you have Fire and Flavor with them, hold them for a while, and then Jordan and Rachel win the titles. But as time went on, it's like, okay, Nevaeh and Havoc
Right.
aren't really a team anymore.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Other teams don't really seem to be prominent now, and it's like,
No.
well, what happened?
Yeah, I know.
You're representing women's wrestling really well, and you know, got several women's tag team matches, and seemingly tag teams, and then you bring back the Knockouts tag titles, which is great, but it's like, what was seemingly going to be a division fizzled.
Yeah. Yep. No,
And it's like, well, hopefully things will change and become better.
yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Because you were saying, like, oh, there's many challenges, and I'm thinking, well, there was, but then it just kind of
Fizzled out.
flatlined.
Yeah. No, I understand. So now we go on to this match, which I guess was thrown together. You got Terrace versus, I was gonna say Kurt Hawking, Brian Myers.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna make it simple. I mean, unless Brian Myers has a plan, it's gonna be Terrace. I mean, you got Decay, first of all, and then you got this Mantar wannabe guy from Mexico. And, yeah, it's a no-brainer.
Okay, well, let's make one thing perfectly clear first. Black Taurus is twice as good as Mantar was.
Uh-huh.
Second of all, yeah, I don't see Brian Myers winning this one.
No.
Not a chance.
No chance in hell.
Exactly.
Exactly. Well, it's gonna be a good match, now. No doubt. I mean,
Hopefully.
yeah. And now you have this match, the last match, #1 contendership for the Impact title. Got Chris Sabin versus Chris Bay versus Matt Cardona versus Trey Miguel versus Moose versus Sami Callihan. This match is gonna be a fucking fight.
This match is kind of like a throwback to WWE. They didn't do it very often, but when they did, it was pretty good. The old six-pack challenge.
Yes.
Just 6 guys in the ring fighting for certainly a championship. And yeah, this is for the #1 contender spot to the championship. And it's like, who really would benefit the most from winning this match?
Yeah.
I don't want Moose to win. Callahan, okay, it'd be interesting to see him in that spot again. Sabin, kind of long overdue. Bane,
Yeah.
coming off the NXT champion, or
X Division.
the X Division championship. I guess Trey Miguel. No.
Yeah. I mean, as much as they're pushing him, it's still not really his time yet. So, okay, I have a suspicion that either Sammy's gonna win, or I can see. Well, yeah, I know you say Moose. You don't want him to win. I either see Moose or Sammy go over. Yeah, it's pretty predictable. Trey Miguel doesn't have a chance in hell.
Right.
You know, Chris Berry, maybe. It would be pretty damn lucky if Chris Sabin goes over. Because he's been in the company for a goddamn long time. I don't really know how many titles he's won. I have to look it up. I know obviously Tag Team Champion. He has been X Division Champion, and you know, he was a heel when he was the Impact or TNA Champion. Which I like. So, yeah, I'm gonna say, you know what? For shits and giggles, I'm just gonna go Moose or Chris Sabin.
Okay.
Yeah. So, did you already pick?
I'll go Sabin or Callahan.
Right. Alright. Sounds good. So anyways, this has been Under Siege. And yet we're in this thing right now. And we're gonna be doing the WrestleMania Backlash, if you will. Probably tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's getting pretty fucking late. So, this is going to be a good show. Do you have anything to say?
Yeah, this should be a good show. WrestleMania Backlash is looking like it's going to be a good show, too.
Yeah.
Can't wait, and this will be very interesting.
Yep. I agree with that. Okay, so anyways, for me and Matt, this is Killer Kyle, and we will talk to you next time. Deuces.
Bye.